Welcome to AI in 8 minutes or less, your daily AI update. Today, we're diving into something that could be a fundamental shift in how stock trading works, and it's all powered by the AI Claude. And this isn't just some small update, we're talking about a potential game changer for everybody, from total beginners to seasoned traders. We're going to walk through this in 6 parts, taking you from the core problem all the way to some incredibly powerful AI-driven strategies. All right, let's jump right in. For years, the stock market has kind of felt like a poker game, where Wall Street somehow gets to see everyone else's cards.
Their advantage really boils down to 3 things. They have way better data. They know when a billionaire places a massive bet. They have faster execution, with automated systems trading around the clock. And they have more powerful intelligence, with huge teams of analysts. But new AI tools are starting to close that gap.
So, the very first step is to give Claude access to the market. This is done by connecting it to a brokerage account through something called an API. Just think of it like a secure digital bridge that lets different software programs talk to each other. In this case, it lets Claude place trades on your behalf. And now for a super important point. Everything, and I mean everything we're discussing today, is meant for paper trading. Think of it as a flight simulator for the stock market. You're using all the real, live market data, but with fake money, so you can learn and experiment totally safely without risking a single dollar.
So, the connection is made. What now? How do we actually put this AI to work?
Well, we'll start with a simple but really effective strategy that works kind of like a smart thermostat for your investments. You set the rules and it automatically enforces them. It's called a trailing stop. So let's just walk through this example. Say you buy a stock at $100 and you set a protective floor at 95. Now, if the stock price goes up to 110, Claude automatically raises that floor to 105. So you're letting your profits grow, but you're always protected from a major drop, locking in those gains automatically. So that strategy protects you from big losses while letting your profits run, all on autopilot. Now let's build on that. Let's get a little more advanced. Instead of just setting basic rules, what if we used Claude to trade based on what the smart money is doing?
And when we say smart money, we're talking about 2 key groups: the big institutional investors, or whales, that move millions of dollars at a time, and, this might surprise you, U.S. politicians. You see, these groups have access to information that we just don't. And get this, U.S. politicians are legally required to disclose their trades. That creates a public data trail we can actually follow. And the potential here is pretty wild. Data shows that if you just copied the trades of one top-performing politician, you could have more than doubled the returns of the S&P 500 in a simulated year.
All right, on to our final strategy. This one allows you to generate income no matter which way the market moves by essentially becoming an insurance company for stocks.
Now, to understand this, we first need to quickly get what stock options are. At their core, they're really just like insurance policies on a stock's price.
This comparison makes it super clear. With car insurance, you pay a premium for protection. If you don't crash, the insurance company just keeps your money. Well, when you sell a stock option, someone pays you a premium for a price guarantee, and if that price isn't met, you just keep the premium.
The wheel strategy starts right here. First, you pick a stock you'd be happy to own, but at a lower price. Then you sell an option, which is just a promise to buy it at that lower price. For making that promise, you immediately collect cash, called a premium. If the stock never drops to that price, you just keep the cash and do it all over again.
Then, if you do end up buying the stock, you just move to stage 2. Now you get paid again for agreeing to sell it at a profit. This creates a continuous cycle of collecting these premiums.
So with the wheel, you can potentially generate income whether the stock goes up, down, or sideways. But the really crucial point here is that Claude doesn't just analyze this, it can manage these complex multi-step strategies all by itself. Which brings us to the future of trading.
This is a major leap, We're seeing AI move from being a simple assistant that just answers questions to an active, autonomous agent that's working on your behalf.
And this leaves us with a pretty provocative thought. As these AI agents become capable of executing complex financial strategies, what does this mean for the future of work and investment and, well, everything else? If you enjoyed this, subscribe to AI in 8 minutes and never miss what matters.